I got the subtitle. Oh my god, I don't have the subtitle. Online. Alright.
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so
God,
that we can
it's so loud.
carelessness to many hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
I ran out of tacks and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
You have to change it.
For I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to telling everything. A newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bag. Your papers are here, on the table.
Let us see what the...
Fish.
Postman brought today.
Is kind of yeah. It's one louder. The voice. Voice.
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting. Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming. I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than anything which the mind of man can invent.
Well, life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior, so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No.
Wait. What?
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes.
Oh, I'm not good at dustbin. Can I run? I can run. Not open the case. Okay, look at the water. Whoa! Ooh, this is good. Ah, this is so Sherlock for some reason. The head. Yes, sir. Tutuan Baker Street. Where is the dustbin? Is dustbin?
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool.
Ooh.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You? That's madness. Do you even have enemies
Get
that
the
would want to
Strand.
kill
Get
you?
your copy of the
Okay,
Strand
perhaps
here.
from Cordona.
Oh, the Strand. is
Sorry, Mr.
cool.
Holmes. I just sold my last paper.
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
Any breaking news today?
The dog accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes,
of
yes.
the town.
Besides the tripe on the front page, anything about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
Can I enter this?
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson,
Cool, now I can take the day off.
did you see what he was up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I ducked down. Not 'cause I was scared, 'cause I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise, and all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Which way did he go?
Not sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of books. Up to his chin they were.
Never heard of a well-read assassin.
Looks can deceive. Hence the appeal of disguises. All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears, if you have more shillings.
What is this? What the heck is that? It's like something connected. What does this mean? What? Oh. Who? What the fuck is this?
Come now, Mr. Holmes.
Get the
Murder?
Strand.
Yes,
Get your
Barnes
copy
has his
of the
quirks,
Strand
but he
here.
also has his scruples.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Where is the in the evidence with a shop photo? Oh,
Get the Strand.
this one. Okay.
Get your copy of the Strand here.
Cause I need to find it myself. Wow. Hell, dude. How do I know?
Get the Strand. Get your copy of the Strand here.
Here? Can I have a map? Oh my god. Yes. What's this? The That's all? That is really helpful. Drugstore.
Yeah, very nice. Yes, really not very hot.
Here? Should be on Barnes. Who is Barnes? Nice. I cannot talk to you. Can I talk to you?
Can I ask you a question? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Alright. Ready to go in.
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this?
Observe. The heck? An effect of overwork. I see. Okay. Newspaper here? Question mark. How about the book? Can I inspect the book? Cannot inspect the book? Not the book. Put the back. Sherlock. Good. What stick? Oh, good. I did. Workaholic. Oh, it's workaholic. I make it too.
Mr. Barnes? A word. Oh, for goodness sake.
Positive thinking, you know?
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you please...
Mr. Holmes. Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a way to coax him out. The ladder is broken, recently, judging by the freshness of the wood.
Okay. That Sherlock.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Who is it? Painting.
could hardly imagine anything more macabre. Basics of cryptoanalysis, cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby. An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible. In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. The finest view London has to offer.
Ah.
Barnes has always been a little odd, but this is uncharacteristic even for him.
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
A familiar spine? Is this what I found in my dustbin? The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them. Anything tickle your fancy, Mr. Holmes?
Yeah, I think this is the best way.
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself, Mr. Holmes.
Oh my god, okay.
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he is, of course, but we haven't shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes. Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog, and most days I spot Mr. Barnes there with his new puppy, so we see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached, but since then, we've never spoken. I often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
Okay.
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Oh, this
One of these things is not like the other.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a devil to remove, and the sap is often toxic.
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless, though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
Okay.
I should have worn something warmer.
We're looking for a cactus needle in a haystack. A spine in a book stack? No, come on, Watson, think. I like bookshops. One of the few spots in London where you are shunned for making a racket.
So, Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Nothing else. I think none.
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
What should I do? Over here.
May I ask you something?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Okay, let me. Oh, this one. this one. What does this mean? Oh, this is fine. This one? Yeah. And then? This is the email. Then what?
I think perhaps I have been chasing shadows.
Do not despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the best of us make mistakes. We better tell Mr. Barnes what we've learned.
Ah, okay. But wait, I'm gonna be right back. Captain Holmes. This, that, and that.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer. I couldn't read this morning's edition of The Strand because it was covered in soil and spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr. Watson. Rest assured we are not interested in disclosing your personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right then.
Alright then.
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus and your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
Oh, it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming noticed.
I have neither the experience nor the interest in navigating the finer sex and their peculiarities. Do what you will.
Oh, right. Yes, of course.
So, at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the edition was spoiled?
I don't recall, but you're welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
The board is yeah, the command, and it's known. All right, yes.
Come, Dr. Watson. Let us put this matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
Oh, what? Shoot, Pier and 3.
I'm sure Barnes has had enough of our meddling, Mr. Holmes. We best be off.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
An assassination did seem rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be another burglary. I was certain of it. Something you wish to say, Doctor?
No. Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition, and that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
Oh, Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing mystery, nor the story to launch my writing career, but...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
Oh. Where is it? Oh, Stanley.
Not much further now.
This one? This one?
Is this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with Inspector Lockhart? Did he put you up to this?
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there. But when life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
Tell me about Kimahia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen, and as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn. But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself. He must have escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
I take it this is the first time Kimahir has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
Is there any reason Kimahir may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
Did Kimahir make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person?
No. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
Where is she shot? What is the symbol?
Chewing tobacco.
I cannot. What is this? Wait. Oh. Oh, this.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
What else? I literally can find it. This. Move. What is this? What? Is it like wait.
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
Still no. Fucking hell, dude.
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them. A scrap of Hessian.
What the heck is this?
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
Cannot find it. Open it more. Let's see the other way.
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called. Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
Oh my god, this again?
Button chops. The remains of a meal. The ashes are long since cold. heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
No air coming through it. Is this a Tanifar, a Maori water spirit? Or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills. Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed? You think you know someone?
A small Navy spyglass.
Where are you going, Watson?
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
Is there anything? Oh, this is enough. Can I go out, Mr. Watson?
Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
I will not be long, Captain.
Oh, this time? Is it the time? Alright, alright. This time? Wait. Whoa! Sheesh. What is this? Oh, the strength's right. Oh, this one. So stupid. And this one. Oh my god, and this one. What? And this? Oh, whoa! I'm like, oh, evidence. How can? What? The fuck is that mean?
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous.
I like I don't know. What the fuck is that? Oh. Is it even in? What? What is that?
No air coming through it.
It's there.
What could have left these tracks? They seem fresh.
Did it do something? It like minuscule.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
What the fuck is this? Oh wait. That's interesting. Oh.
No air coming through it.
Oh my god. Model broken, not just listen. Okay. Then what? There's something with this. What is next? What the fuck do you mean? What do you mean? Next for what? Oh my lord.
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
Try. Alright. Shall Wait, there is food there. I think I need one more. That's it. But where? Here? Oh, here? No. What is here? No? No. Can you help me, Watson?
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Here? Or mine base? Not even close. What was it? Oh, that's
I will not be long, Captain.
It will be pretty long, Captain. Wait, is it like on the other way? Cannot go there. Wait, maybe, unless... No. No. That's the house. Cannot go. I cannot go. I need -1, you piece of shit.
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right. This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
Unless...
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting.
Do you happen to know Kimahir's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
Has Kimahir ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimahir's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used... Where on earth are you going with this? Are you joking? Why would I know this? I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
I will not be long, Captain.
You. Oh. What's this? What the fuck is this thing? Who? He's like, oh, spike vessel, huh? Oh. Then this would be this. Oh shit, I am so fucking smart. Oh. Oh. What the fuck is that?
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity.
Easy.
When to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
I found the residue of explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir, likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
I will not be long, Captain. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahir's cart, I gather. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor? Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done. Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair. A large pile of horse droppings.
Nice.
Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Oh.
Help me, please.
I'm really sorry, but I can't help you. Try asking someone else.
Wait.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
Very good.
May I ask for your assistance?
It's a shame, but I can't help you.
I see.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Where on earth are you going with this? Where on earth are you going with this? Are you joking? Why would I know this?
Huh?
Where on earth are you going with this?
Oh my fucking god.
I will not be long,
I
Captain.
am so bad. I am so bad. Jeez. Run. Oh. Sherlock, no. And no. This. Bro? Wow. What? I don't know. Holy. Wait. Oh my god. It's no. See it one more. I think if I'm correct, and I'm usually we. No, I'm wrong.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Or
No.
yeah, well, yeah. I've sent everything to the devil that my fucking
Excuse me, just one question.
I can't help you with that, sir.
This is so useless.
May I ask you something?
I wish I could help you, but I don't know.
Where on earth are you going with this?
I will not be long, Captain.
Oh, this? Ah, wait. And this? Oh, no. Something. Wow. Silent. I think this. This again? I just randomly spiders? Whoa, wait, what are the notable features? Huh? What is that?
my god.
The Strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident. Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Wait, should we tell this Mr. Road?
Are you joking? Why would I know this? Are you joking? Why would I know this?
What? This is...
I will not be long, Captain.
Where is the cab? Is that the cab?
Where to, Gav?
The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
The blood of the night. Let's go.
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
Huh. One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps. Before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. A gift to gain God's favor.
And you were rescued?
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. But without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
Try it now.
Can I ask you a question?
I think I can help you.
Could you help me?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've seen worse. Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
is more spicy.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
Okay.
Your clothes are already tight, and soon they won't fit at all. How far along are you?
I thought I'd hidden it better. How did you know? Are you a doctor?
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby? I know the name, but he's not one of my regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here. What can I get you?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
What the fuck?
Sorry, I know nothing.
Kapit ano eh, oh, this is small.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Help me, please.
Nope. Sorry, I know nothing.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Can I ask you a question?
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
Excuse me, just one question.
It's a shame I can't answer your question.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Do you know anything about this?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Wait, I swear I saw someone here.
Help me, please.
You are lucky to find me.
I've gone to what ship near the hut? Alright. Where is that?
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you with this.
Yeah, anybody know?
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
What is barber? Or this thing? Wait. Ah, that's fine. Alright, I mean...
May I ask you something?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Could you help me?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Can I ask you a question?
Ugh, I'm sorry, but I don't know anything.
Where is the ship? Is that it? Oh, nah. Oh, this is 1 and 2. What is the third? Oh. 1 and 2. What
Is this the ship? Maybe.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Is this familiar to you?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
May I ask for your assistance?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy...
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy, but I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how we'll remove it.
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, but I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
Now, where was I?
Nothing about the shoe.
What are you on about? What are you on about? Can't help you there, mate.
Have you seen this before?
My card? Where did you dig that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's kidnapping, I might add.
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there? That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while. Wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you know.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
Oh, this is bad.
Have you been drinking?
What do you know about this poster?
A foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the port.
Any clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying. After the incident the other day, it seems customers are staying at home.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
Help me, please.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Fucking dick.
Excuse me, just one question.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Someone else.
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
This one, right? What is it? I can see it on the map. This one. Right? Whoa, what is it? Oh, that one.
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy Amma medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother, she got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of metal.
Don't go anywhere. It's a large harbor. If our kidnapper is hiding here, finding him won't be easy.
In this. Get ready. This.
What are you gawping at?
I have been told that you hired Dea's son, Girves, right before he vanished. His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up.
What?
I could do with a pint of the cursed mermaid, but the thought of walking in this fog.
What? Just
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the name. A nasty lout with a silver ball in place of a missing eye.
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a Dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him. The people here are resilient. Tomorrow it'll all be forgotten.
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
I don't have any. No, sure. Let's. This is from a fucking cartoon.
I miss Girves. Do you think he's okay?
This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin. No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
I should have helped Amma put out the posters. If she hadn't been in the smoke so long, maybe she wouldn't be sick. I'm sorry about my English. I try hard, but the rules don't make sense. It's stupid.
Yeah, it's okay.
need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is. I need a little Dutch courage to walk in this fog. But I'd have to walk through the fog to get to the pub. That's just cruel, that is.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
What?
Help me, please.
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Yeah. It's kinda hard.
Help me, please.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask.
This is not helping.
Do you know anything about this?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Oh, bener? Wow. Then I should have to roll, sorry. is this? No. So.
What are you gawping at?
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby.
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry.
Mr. A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
Oh.
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious.
Give me one moment.
Whoa, what?
Mr.
What? Oh, wow. Wow.
A man named...
What?
Your call...
I think these. Oh, this one.
It's true. And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
You did not tell me which warehouse he used?
I do not recall. But I used red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He is a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know.
I assumed just for a drink.
Alright, alright. Spin this first. Good, good.
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir. I failed to follow. Are you finished?
Why do...
I... failed to follow.
What?
Why do
I failed to follow.
What?
Are you?
Why do I have?
I.
Never mind. We must. Oh.
How about this? Oh no.
Why do
I have.
What? Should be this.
I failed to follow. Are you finished? I have glasses to wash.
Why do I have the feeling?
I have. I failed to follow. Are you?
What?
Why?
I. I failed to. Are you?
Why do
I? I failed. Are you?
What?
I.
What? What?
I failed. I. I failed. Are you?
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about Dirty Summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
Never mind. How about we start again? We must go.
Oh no.
Then this is not. This one is blue.
Is this familiar to you?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Help me, please.
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Excuse me, just one question.
Nope. Sorry, I know nothing.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Do you know anything about this?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Are you able to help me?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Hey, you ain't good.
Excuse me, just one question.
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Is this familiar to you?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Help me, please.
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Oh. Fun.
Why do
I...
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London. A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
Nothing of the sort, but that doesn't mean that there won't be consequences for your silence. Everyone knows you happily the one going away, and none of us wish to see you raise a child behind bars. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key, go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
Here. Oh, here.
The hairs on the back of my neck stood up. £5. That won't go far. Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
I know where is it. Alright. I think we have to watch out, but later on